Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here is what's happening. The Niners only scored 17 points in Minnesota, and unfortunately, their offense just got worse. Kyle Shanahan said on the conference call yesterday that Deebo Samuel strained his calf at the end of the game, and he's going to miss, quote, a couple of weeks. So, Christian McCaffrey not going to play for the next 3 games at least. Deebo Samuel not going to play for the next 2 games at least. Kyle Shanahan, when it rains, it pours, huh?
Always when you lose real good players, it's always tough, but it happens all over the league, and it's a huge part of this league and a huge part of this game. Got to deal with it.
This offense is going to look very, very different over the next couple games, and we'll see if the 49ers can overcome that. Looking back, though, at week 2, Kyle, now that you've watched the film, how did the Vikings slow down your offense?
That's what they do. They either blitz or they back off and play zone. It's one or the other. They've been mixing it up. They did it for 17 games last year. Now they've done it for 2 games this year, and thought we ran the ball a lot better than a lot of teams have. They're real tough run defense to go against. I thought we made some good explosives in the pass game, but we just struggled to keep the chains moving on 3rd down. And when you end up turning the ball over twice and getting that block punt, that was the difference.
One area of the team that's taken a lot of heat is the offensive line because of all the times Brock Purdy was sacked. What did you think when you watched that unit?
You got to look at all the sacks. I believe one was from a hot that we didn't throw. We just got hit in the back on one play, so we got to get rid of that. One was scrambling for a 0-yard run. I think another was scrambling and diving for a -1 yard run. There was definitely a couple sacks in there, especially on 3rd down. But I thought they run blocked well. I didn't think when you see 6 sacks, you assume it's a real tough day on the whole line, but I credit that more to the whole offense. A few were definitely on them, but definitely not all 6 of them. So everyone's got to do better, but that number 6 is a little unfair to them.
I don't totally disagree with what Kyle said there. Here's the thing about Brock. He has time to throw. He has almost 2.9 seconds to throw per attempt. That's 9th best in the entire NFL. He needs to get rid of the football, and whether that's on Brock or whether that's on the receivers that need to separate, but it doesn't all go to the offensive line. We've got to be reasonable when we analyze those guys. It is not just poor pass protection that's bogging down this offense. Couple of other things from Kyle. He said he doesn't know if the Niners will add a running back or a wide receiver to take Deebo Samuel's spot. And also, Kyle's hopeful that Talanoa Hufanga will return to play this week. Hopefully, he can get 3 good practices in and hit the field against the Rams. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Tuesday, Matt Barrow's Minutia Minute column in The Athletic. It is always good. There's a ton of good nuggets in there about week 2 and a very positive note about Brandon Ayuk returning to full capacity. One thing to watch, me and Vish Kumaran went live immediately following the Deebo Samuel news. We broke down what the offense might look like going forward and exactly what went wrong in Minnesota. If you want to watch it, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing you may have missed, Ricky Pearsall's social media posting. Kyle Shanahan said that Ricky is back working out after being shot through the chest, which is still an incredible thing to say. Pearsall took to Instagram and posted a bunch of photos of himself walking into stadiums with a very simple 1-word caption, quote, loading. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network wherever you get your audio podcasts. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. If you click the bell, you'll get notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday. And of course, we are live after every single 49ers game for you, breaking it all down. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.